What is going on, people? Welcome back to Kai Talks Combat. Today we have got some monster news to talk about. Conor McGregor and Terrence Crawford are heavily rumoured to be in discussion for a 2-fight deal. The first one being in the octagon under MMA rules, and the second being in the boxing ring under Queensberry boxing rules. This is massive news, lads. Let's talk about it. If this actually happens, lads, this might just trump all previous crossover fights that have come before it. It would just be massive. One of the pound-for-pound boxing greats in Terrence Crawford and one of the biggest commercial superstars to ever grace the octagon in Conor McGregor going head-to-head in a 2-fight deal, one in the octagon and one in the ring. Rumours started following a back and forth with McGregor and Crawford on social media.
Crawford is very slick. He also has a wrestling pedigree. So you know they're always talking to me about belts. I've already boxed a boxer. You want me to box a boxer? MMA is me. You know what I mean? I'm the most generated. I generate the most. So we're talking back and forth. It's like a 2-fight deal. He rings up Crawford in front of me the day after the fights. I said, Crawford, gets on the phone, said, Crawford, they're talking to me here about you and me. A 2-fight deal, MMA first, boxing second. I said, I know you have an extensive background and balls the size of a Bengali tiger. They're asking for a fight. It's going to be hundreds of millions on the line. What's up? And he goes, I don't want to take a kick, or I don't fancy taking a kick off Conor McGregor, he said. So you got to respect that. But they heard that, and then, I don't know what's happening. There's loads of things on the table. Very exciting announcements are coming.
Back on the mat. Hey, Conor, get back on the mat. Stay tuned, baby. Stay tuned.
So there you have it. Initially, Crawford rejected the idea of the fight, not wanting to get kicked and elbowed and kneed in the face. Who can blame him? But despite initially rejecting the idea, it sounds like ever since that Saudi money's been whispering sweet nothings into his ear. And who can blame him? The sheer amount of money that will be on the table for both men is just absolutely insane. This could easily be a 9-figure payday for both men. This would easily be the biggest crossover event we have ever seen. Bigger than McGregor Mayweather, bigger than Fury and Ngannou, and AJ Ngannou as well. And Crawford, to my knowledge, outside of an Amanda Serrano, would be one of the first boxers to make that move into the octagon. And whilst I think Crawford destroys McGregor in a boxing ring every single day of the week and twice on a Sunday, I think he could have a real chance against McGregor in an octagon. I do. Now, of course, you would have to make McGregor favourite, but Crawford has a wrestling background and a wrestling pedigree. Wrestling is very much in Crawford's family, with his grandfather, father, and various other family members taking part in the sport. And as you can see from this clip in particular, where Crawford's pinning down a member of the Kazakhstan wrestling team, Crawford would undoubtedly be the better striker in there, given his elite level boxing skills. And as you can see, the ground game's not too bad at all, man. It really isn't. And I think there's enough there to make that a really interesting matchup in the octagon. Let's not forget, McGregor's had a huge period of inactivity, having only had 7 fights in the last 8 years, 4 of which have been losses, with the last 2 being back-to-back losses to Dustin Poirier, with their last fight being over 3 years ago, during which he of course suffered that huge leg injury. Also, just another factor to consider, Conor McGregor, he lives a great life, man. And of course, there's going to be speculation there to say, well, has he been living the life since the injury and the layoff? All of which makes that fight in the octagon even more intriguing. Of course, like I say, you would have to make Conor the favourite, but I think it's an intriguing fight, I really do. Of course, nothing is confirmed just yet, right? At the moment, these are just rumours. But one thing we do know is when our boy Turki Al-Sheikh is involved in the conversation and that Saudi money starts flying around, things tend to happen. So Let's wait and see. Of course, if the fight doesn't materialise, both men have their options in their respective sports. Last time out, Crawford won the WBA super welterweight strap from Israel Madrimov and has now been made mandatory for the WBO and WBC champion Sebastian Fundora. Of course, a lot of talk in the background as well about a potential monster fight with Canelo Alvarez. And it looks like Mcgregor will finally be making his comeback to the octagon at some point next year. It hasn't yet been confirmed who he'll be fighting, but he has said that he's eyeing up the UFC welterweight champion Belal Muhammad. And of course, there's the whole BKFC conversation, which Mcgregor is now a very active part of. Regardless of where we see Mcgregor next, whether it's the ring, octagon, and who we see him up against, I would love to just see Mcgregor back in the fight game. He's just so entertaining. And there is no promotion or fight build-up like a Conor McGregor fight build-up. That man could sell ice to the Eskimos, he really could. And it's always a joy to watch Crawford fight. And whilst I would love to see him unify the welterweight division, or in a mega fight with Canelo, that crossover fight with McGregor is very, very appealing as well. That's everything for today, guys. Thanks for joining me again. Drop us a like, comment, and subscribe if you're new, and I will catch you guys on the next one.